Welcome back to the Think Strong Network. So, did you know that what really makes a champion isn't something they're born with, but something they actually build? It's not about some secret talent or luck. It's all about a very specific way of thinking.
This right here, this is the whole idea we're going to unpack today. The most successful people, the ones we look up to as champions, they're not some different species. They've just figured out how to master the one thing that they have total control over, and that's their mindset.
And that's so important. This isn't about having some perfect, problem-free life. Champions feel the same stress, the same pressure, the same disappointment as every single one of us. The real difference is in how they choose to respond. So let's kind of dig into what they're actually responding to. And let's be real, the pressure on students right now, it's intense. From trying to figure out who you are, to dealing with just complete mental exhaustion. The challenges are very real.
I mean, look at this number, 70%. It's staggering. This represents 70% of teens who report feeling like they're just not good enough. We're talking about a full-blown epidemic of self-doubt here. And you know, this feeling, it's not about being weak. Not at all. It's a trap. It comes from being locked in this constant state of comparison, and it's fueled by those social media highlight reels and the pressure to always measure up. Now, what's so interesting about this is it points to a pattern that so many of us get stuck in without even realizing it.
Okay, so take a look at this list. Does any of this sound familiar to you? That feeling that you're invisible or that nobody's listening? Or the pressure to be perfect, like all the time? Comparing your real, messy life to someone else's perfectly curated online feed. These are the silent battles being fought every single day.
You know, I'm genuinely curious about this. Sometimes just taking a moment to name the battle is the first real step toward winning it. So, which of these feels most real to you right now? Go ahead and share your experience in the comments below. All right, so we've kind of put a name to the pressure. Now let's get into the mechanics of how it all works. This is where we start connecting the dots between what we think inside our heads and what we actually do. Okay, check this out. Every single one of our actions starts with this chain reaction. Something happens, that's the stress. But here's the kicker. The most important and honestly, the most overlooked step is step 2, your thought about it. How you interpret that event is what drives the emotion you feel and ultimately the action you take. And this right here, this brilliantly illustrates the root cause of why two people can face the exact same thing and have completely different outcomes. So, what happens when we get stuck in those negative thought patterns? Well, we can end up right here in what's called survival mode thinking. This isn't about thriving, it's just about getting by. You stop planning, you stop dreaming, and your only real goal is to make it to Friday. Basically, it's a state of total mental exhaustion. But here's the good news. This is the game-changing truth. You are not stuck. You have the power to choose your mindset and completely rewrite that entire chain reaction. Let's move on and see how we can build from this. See, the thing is, you don't have to go out and invent some brand new mindset from scratch. You're already running one, kind of on autopilot. It's like your default setting. The real question is that default setting actually serving you? You know, it's so easy to fall into these default mindsets, feeling defeated, just trying to survive, constantly comparing ourselves. They're all reactive. But that other path, the champion mindset, it isn't about pretending you have no problems. No way. It's all about building a mindset that becomes stronger than your problems. Okay, so let's make this super practical. Think about a negative thought that keeps popping up for you. What's just one small way you can challenge it this week? Go ahead and drop your ideas in the comments. You never know, your idea might be the one that inspires someone else. So, where do we start? Well, this whole journey, it doesn't begin with trying to be perfect or popular. It doesn't require some massive life change overnight. It begins with one simple thing, just awareness. And it's so important to remember that this is a process, right? It's all built on those small wins. Every single time you choose a better thought, make a conscious decision, or bounce back from a setback, you are building your champion. So the crucial point is, you can start this right now, like with your very next thought. And believe me, when you start to intentionally manage your inner world, your outer world, your life will absolutely start to catch up and reflect that change.
Just be patient with the process and trust that your life is moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. And of course, just a quick reminder that all the material you've seen here was created by the Educational Highway. So let's leave you with this final thought. A champion isn't someone who was just picked out of a crowd. They are forged in the fire of their own challenges. They are built from the battles they refuse to lose. And that power? It's in you too.